You, your guys seem to have gotten better since the first time we talked to you several weeks ago. Just talk about how far they've come.
You know what? They came quite a bit, but they had to. Just like I said in the beginning, it was going to get tougher as the season went on, and here we are again facing our biggest challenge of the season. So, you know, those guys have worked, and it's not surprising. And you know, we still down a few guys with some injuries, but the ones that are playing, you know, they still got a long way to go, but they have gotten and are getting better.
How hard is it for the young guys, particularly inside the defensive tackles? How hard has it been for them to get accustomed to how physical and violent it is in there?
It wasn't hard because it's from day one. You know, when they hit the practice field with our offensive group, but they kind of get tired of hitting each other. Then when they get in the game, it just goes up another level because you can't simulate game speed. I don't care, you know, how much you do. But, you know, now they're starting to get accustomed to it, and it is surprising anymore. But they're still young, and they're still making some young mistakes. But like, they have caught up to the speed of the game.
You moved Devontae Sigler inside before the season. Now you're kind of testing him out, you know, back outside with all the injuries. I mean, how do you think he's going to kind of handle getting back out there?
You know what? Anytime you got the kind of athlete he is, you know, it's not a matter of can he do it. It's just a matter of learning what to do out there. And he's responding. And, you know, it is a full-time move. It's just you're kind of trying to get ahead of the game if something happened here or if something goes wrong there. And you just got to plan ahead and just be prepared for anything. So, you know, he's kind of been one of those guys that, you know, is new to him, but he's athletic enough to go out there. That's kind of why we kind of dabbling with him around a little bit.
Which one's he playing?
The power end. That's the tight end side end.
He weighs like 280 right now.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he is. I know he's.
Put it to you this way: in 2 years, when he's like rolling, what do you think he'll be?
Ooh. How do you know? It depends on if you control it or not. He very well could be a 290, 295, 300-pound guy and still be as athletic as you can find down there. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see, you know, once those guys get in the all-season program and, you know, just see what they turn into.
Some of the skills needed to play a 3 technique, you know, the quick first step, that kind of translates to end too. Is that why he was the natural move out?
Well, you know, he probably was the only guy that really could go out there inside that could do that. That's kind of why he's the guy out there. The rest of those guys are inside guys, 300-pounders. He was kind of the lighter, the agile one, so he was just a natural fit to, you know, to get some work out there. But like I said, you know, going into the game, he's probably going to be a guy that plays inside before he plays outside.
When you got here in the spring and kind of looked at the situation,
right?
Did you anticipate it being as hard as it is, and then did you anticipate it making as much progress as they have?
I did anticipate it being hard just because of the youth and knowing the conference, because you know what you're going to face. And there wasn't a lot of experience. There are guys that played, but it wasn't depth. The biggest challenge to me was going to be building depth. And did I imagine that they would come far? Yeah, because they're talented. But it was just going to be a matter of how fast and how far. But right now, you know, it's just like those guys have came a long way, but, you know, we haven't even tipped the iceberg of where those guys could possibly be. And I'm really excited about where they're headed, but, you know, we're still a work in progress. Those guys still got a long way to go. You know, we're still making, you know, some of the, you know, the young mistakes and you know, just a couple things that normal D linemen screw up on. So, you know, they by no means have they arrived, and we'll get a really good measure stick by playing one of the best teams in the country Saturday. You know, we'll really see how far we came Saturday.
To talk about the challenge you face against LSU's offensive line.
I mean, this is one of those games that is you know where they line up, they know where you line up, and they just coming right at you. And with the athletes they have, and they play 4 running backs, and they got 2 quarterbacks now, and the offensive line is big and physical. It's by far our biggest challenge. they're ranked number 1 for a reason. And we're going to go down there and we got to play well up front to have a chance to win. And that's every week, but especially this week. They're going to try to manhandle us up front. And like I said, it's going to be a physical challenge for the defensive line. Taking that youth into Baton Rouge and great college atmosphere, one of the best places I think in America to play college football. And especially to take a team to play. Because, I remember going down and very excited, good crowd. They're going to be juiced up. They're going to be ready.
How valuable is a guy like Craig Sanders that's played so many different positions for you?
Man, you know what? You just never know. He's just a very cerebral player. You just put him at different positions, and he just knows it. I don't even have to meet extra with him. He just knows it. And that's just something that's invaluable because you get in a crunch and you got to put somebody somewhere. You just go to him and say, hey, go there. And it's just invaluable to have a guy that knows all those positions. I'm not sure he couldn't play all of them just by how smart he is, but it's been a big plus for him to be able to play both sides.
It seems like Jay Wright's been getting more snaps lately. Somebody has he?
He has, and Gabe, hurt his knee in camp, and it kind of delayed his progress. But, the more you get reps, the better you're going to get. And the more those guys get, excuse me, the more those guys get reps, the better they're going to be. It's just, playing against the competition and the level that we play every Saturday, you don't have a choice. You either get better or you get worse. And if you're a competitor and so we signed you here for to play, you just jump at the opportunity to go play.
LSU, they talk about that they like to wear people down.
Yes.
And in that respect, is this a time when it pays off that you've played as many people as you have?
Well, anytime you play against somebody like that, you want to have depth. And the thing that wears you down is they're such a physical team. They model, their physical defense, offensive. They just going to come downhill. And to be able to rotate guys in there and try to get the game into the fourth quarter, that's where you want to get it. And it's just, just being able to rotate fresh guys. And, I'm glad that, we still don't have the numbers that we had in the beginning, but to be able to put some guys in there and rotate them and try to get this thing to the fourth quarter with them.